And so I want to just make it very clear that there is no falsehood in any of this. That's just as bad as people saying that like a Catholic is bad to believe or pray to a saint. There's really like when you have a saint of a particular thing, like what's the difference between having another deity that also represents a different thing? So the nature of gods and deities and goddesses is they are sources of power that are through nature. You notice how like gods and goddesses are like gods of lightning, gods of water, gods of, the land and the earth and, all gods of fire, gods of the elements. They're all connected to something that is very normal and traditional in our everyday life. And so I feel that the
Is there
gods and the
like a
goddesses,
is there like a hierarchy? Like, is it like God and then there's like gods and goddesses, just like there's like angels? Like, is that like,
there
is
is a
it like break
hierarchy.
off? Like,
Yes. There is absolutely a hierarchy of these different beings because you also have ascended masters too. Like we can't forget about ascended masters, and I would say saints are probably right below ascended masters. I would say that the deities are probably around. Like I think they're right below the ascended masters too. Because the ascended masters are like these absolute masters who have walked the earth. I mean, they have done tremendous
no,
things on the
ascended
earth.
master, they're in the spiritual world, not in the living world. Is that correct?
Well, Jesus is an ascended master if you practice, my path. He's not necessarily he's not God. I can tell you that. He is a Messiah, he is a messenger. He brings peace, love, salvation. He teaches you how to honor in yourself what no other religion has really taught, but that is my interpretation. I have contemplated this for many years because of the fact that I am a lover of Jesus and Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary and now Anne of Nazareth, like, and many saints and mystics along the way. But there is something about the pagan traditions and really feeling the pulse of the earth and the stars and the planets and the eclipses, which we have eclipses coming in August. And there's just a beautiful connection to that, to Stonehenge and these standing monuments that were to honor these times of the year.
Yeah. Well, I will say on the Jesus part, I mean, obviously as a Catholic, I don't believe that he's just like an ascended master. I will
Right.
put in my little thing that when they tested the shroud and different I guess there's also another like a head wrap also that they've tested. It has all the chromosomes of a woman and the DNA, but it only has one chromosome of a man, of the father of a man, in its DNA. So Jesus did not actually have all chromosomes that a normal person had. He had all of them from a mother, but he only had one from the father. And they've never found that ever in any DNA ever since before. So I will say I do think
I
that,
believe he's a being of light, that he is a light
yeah.
being. And if you ever look up the Tibetan rainbow light body, they do the same exact thing when they die that Jesus did. They completely disappear. And there's documented cases where all of a sudden they just turn into like this rainbow light and they dissolve into like they disappear, they completely evaporate. And so, but it's like a consciousness that creates the ability to manifest this, and it requires like a level of work and intention that I just don't have to put into that because these people live in solitude and take vows of silence, and that is just not something I'm capable of doing at this point in my
Yeah.
life. But when we
I
get
mean,
into lunacy,
I think there are gods. We'd have to like look it up more. Well, I definitely have to do like a segment on gods and like goddesses and all that because
we
I
will.
mean,
I think it's going to be
in the
so much
Old
fun.
Testament, there are like giants and there's all kind like crazy like creatures and things like so like they know it's there. I mean, obviously, like you have, when you're talking about like you get into like Moses and Egypt, like they all had and goddesses and very big into that. So we'll definitely have to do a segment on God and goddesses. I'd love to like know more. Not that I always believe everything of like of the gods and the deities and all these things, but I still like to know about them.
Yeah,
Even if I
I
don't
think
know like
education is
what
important.
entirely I none of us know anything really until we get there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I've had
everything we
several
get, like,
experiences.
someone might get a message of something, and I think that's what's happened through, I guess, just the world in general through history is this person gets this certain download, and this person gets this download, and this person gets this message, and this person gets that message, and then, like, it's humans interpreting it, but none of us really know until we get there, like, what
100%.
really is all out there. So all
Yeah.
that to say, I think that it'll be a really interesting topic
I
overall.